Mandy Medium here from Gold Coast, Australia. Another beautiful week here and lots of things going on energetically. So just wanted to have a little bit of a talk about that because I feel that this is something that's going on all around the globe. Lots of, I guess, wild energy is how I would call it, where I feel like a lot of people are really struggling at the moment. Lots and lots of old patterns coming up. Lots of people feeling very vulnerable, feeling as though there are things that they thought they cleared, but they're still coming up. And we are in this, beautiful energy now. Here in Australia today, it's the 1st of March. So March is very much about creativity. It's a number 3 month. I know if you're listening to this, you might be on the very last day of February. So it's a big shift and a big change that's happening now energetically. And what I'm realizing is that what we have to do more and more is just learn how to take responsibility for what's going on. It's really about looking at where those old patterns are coming from and deciding what you can do about it. So it's saying, can I let go of the past? Can I accept that I am this amazing, amazing being of light? And can I really dig deep within myself and find that center of love? And I believe at the moment on a planetary level, we're all being called to really dig deep and find this loving energy within us. People are going to trigger us. People will trigger you. And what I mean by trigger is, people might upset you. And yet, if that person had the same conversation with somebody else, they wouldn't have that same reaction. So it's all about looking at where maybe we're holding on to blame, how we can look inside, let go of it. And really then it's about changing our internal energy. So I find that gratitude is a huge way of being able to do that. And when we're in the energy of gratitude, it really opens up the heart, because if we can keep looking for things to be grateful for. And sometimes I know there's a lot of people that are struggling. You might be one of them. And if you're struggling with your health or with your finances or with, worrying about a loved one in your life, it can be very hard to find something to be grateful for. But there is always something. And when you find it and you can focus on it, then what you focus on will expand. So a great thing to do if you can is do something really wonderful for yourself. I feel sometimes like I just need to disconnect from everything and everybody, and I go straight onto Netflix and I find something really funny to watch, or something really that nurtures my soul, that makes me feel like I'm in another place and another time. Because, we can get in our heads. We can keep thinking about things, and I just think we've got to have more fun. We've got to have more laughter in our lives, but we've got to be the ones that create that. And, even in the darkest of times, that we can find things to laugh at. I'll share something really funny that happened to me this week. So I was with my friends the other night, and it was 11:11 on my phone. So I went to take a screenshot of it because I thought, 11:11, looks beautiful, take a screenshot. And as I took it, it wouldn't happen. So I uttered this sort of, little swear word, naughty me. And Siri, who's the little woman that lives inside the phone, she said, there's no need to swear at me. And I went, oh my goodness, somebody's listening. So anyway, great laughter, changed the energy. And you know what? Life's just about trying to find different ways to have fun and to love yourself. So now I'm going to take one of my first 2 callers. So I've got Marianne in Toronto, Canada. Marianne, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How can I help you this evening?
So more along the lines of what you were talking about, if there's one place in my life that I just can't move forward with, it's relationships.
Okay. Yep. Okay. And you're in a relationship, Marianne?
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right. Well, my sense is that will change very quickly for you. I know that if I look at, can I just get your date of birth as well, if that's okay?
March 18, 1969.
Yep. Okay. That just helps me tune in a little bit more, as well as your voice, and you sound very lovely. Okay, so I just look at the numbers and what's going on around you, and I feel this year that the energy is about to change very quickly around you. I feel as though relationship will come. And in a way, it's been very difficult for you in the past because every time you've been in a relationship, from what I can see, it's been as though your needs haven't been met and that you've had partners who have been too preoccupied with themselves. Do you understand that?
Yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah. And so the changing that I'm sensing around you, you're in a number 4 year numerologically. Energetically, everybody's in a 1 year. So 1 is about new beginnings. And for you, this is a time for you to actually, in a way, be ready to be seen and to be ready to go out there again and share the knowledge that you've gained about yourself over the last few years. Because I feel as though you're getting your house in order, and what I'm seeing is it's time now to really put myself back out there. And a 4 year can be about doing hard work. Well, the hard work for you is actually, it feels more along communication. It would be around being able to fully express yourself without feeling that you would lose your partner by doing that. Because in a way, my sense is that this has come from the family. You know how when I was growing up, we're very similar vintage. I was born in 61. But sometimes there was this thing about being seen and not being heard.
Yes.
And more that I see you now, have you recently done some study as well? Have you recently graduated or done a course or something?
5 years ago.
Okay, well, my sense is that having done that has given you much more strength, and I feel that you've been learning. And there's also a sense of frustration of how am I going to find someone that will be all of the things that I want to be. So this now is a time for you to serve yourself. It's a time for you to really look at what makes you happy. And I feel as though, have you had some back issues as well?
Yes.
Any issues with your back? Yeah?
Yes. Lower back.
Yeah. Lower back, yeah. And lower back is always about financial support. It's about standing on our own. It's about being able to really stand up as that strong, powerful woman that you are. Now, there's a beautiful lady I know over there in Ontario, Canada. I'm not sure if she's in Ontario or if she's in Quebec, but her name's Leanne Songolo, and she does a lot of relationship coaching, as do I. So we've been having some great conversations recently about this kind of thing. But, you know, I always draw cards before the reading, and what I'm seeing is that this year it's about not trying to fix what you think is broken. There's nothing wrong with you. The thing with you, though, is it's about learning how could I express myself more. And these are skills that you can learn. So my sense is that you're moving into that space more this year, that there is relationship there just waiting. I know that we're probably on the phone line together, but there is always a video replay. And the cards that I drew for you, and one of them is this card, which is the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. I'm using the Inner Child Tarot, and it's a beautiful, beautiful card showing that things are rapidly about to change. And the next card is actually the Lover's card. So it's showing you in relationship again. But again, it feels like, you know, I've done the learning, I've done the things I need to do. And if you're wondering now, what you've got to do is actually put it out there. Call that person to you energetically. And I feel that it's going to be very, very quick. I feel that almost immediately you're going to find someone to share your life with. Have you been thinking about ringing someone or reconnecting with someone as well?
No. Well, I shouldn't say that. Yes, I met somebody last year. I was a little aloof, and I don't know how to reconnect.
Yeah. So I think it's just picking up the phone. You know, it's that old-fashioned way of just making that connection, because I feel like when you met that person, it was like they could have been a very good partner for you. So I would be picking up the phone, or I'd be making that connection, and I feel that that person is actually waiting for that call. So somehow just take that action, but really sit with yourself first and look at all the areas where you perhaps would doubt yourself or doubt the energy of relationship. But my belief is, and I think you're very much on the same line, that you actually will grow spiritually much more when you are in a relationship. Because, you know, relationships, they're mirrors. They're the mirrors where we see ourselves. And I know that you really want this. So I think the fire has been stoked. I think this is a year for hard work. This is a year to say, yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm going to do it. And it really feels very positive for you, Marianne. Very positive.
Thank you.
That's okay. So I wish you well with that. And again, just with yourself, know that you are very sensitive. Part of your life's journey is to learn how to trust yourself, but how to be, you know, using all your creativity as much as you can and to use your own intuition. I feel that you are very intuitive. And at the moment, I feel like there's a spark that's just been lit inside of you, and you're ready to fly, you're ready to soar. So even with your work, whatever that is, it feels very positive for you. Okay?
I hope so. Thanks so much.
That's my pleasure. Thanks again. Thanks for tuning in.
All
Okay,
right.
so next we have Leanne in Mandurah, Western Australia. How are you, Leanne?
Hi. Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Have I read for you before?
No.
No, that's okay. I've
No,
had
this is
another
my
lady
first
from...
time on here.
Oh, very good. Well, welcome, and it's all very easy. You on the phone?
Yes.
Yeah, so later on you can go back and watch the video. There is a video of this. I'm recording it live on Skype. So how can I help you today, Leanne? What's your area of concern?
My area of concern is I've just finished studying, so I want to know if I'm going to get work in the area that I've been studying or if I need to go do more study.
Okay. Is that in the medical thing? Area?
Yes, counselling.
Yeah. Yeah, beautiful. Well, what I'm seeing is that there is the work is there, and I feel that you are, you know, just on that that point now where it's just about recovering from the study as well, because I feel like it's been a big load for you. And I also feel as though you must have some case studies or something still to do you? Are you working through some case studies or something?
No, I'm completely finished.
Completely. Well, that's good, because it's like, I was seeing as though, because what I'm seeing in my mind is I've got all these people to see. So I know, you know, because I'm seeing that, I feel that you're going to get into something that is involved with the medical profession, though. As you know, I know that it's counselling, but in, you know, whether it be in a hospital or whether it be in a medical practice, it feels like this is the area that you're going into, so that you can bring this kind of energy in to where you're, you know, where you're going to be working. What's your date of birth, Leanne?
13th of 1st, 1965.
Okay, so 10, 16, 21, 22, 26, 8, 1. Yeah, so you're in a 6 year. A number 6 year, I mean, energetically, it's a 1 year. And for you, it's almost like, yeah, I've got everything that I need now. Now I just have to step over the line. It's as though as well I'm giving my resume out to 2 or 3 places, and it's like I've got my heart set on one place. I feel that you're going to be more employed rather than self-employed. Does that make sense for you?
Yeah, I've not put any resumes out yet.
Yes.
I've actually got long service leave coming.
Okay. Yeah. No, well, that again does make sense. You remember when I was saying, do you have the case studies? Because part of that, what I'm seeing is it's as though, yeah, I need to actually go through. Whenever you do these kind of courses, and I know because I did a 3-year holistic counselling course, I know that as you go through it, you experience a lot of your own healing.
Yes.
And sometimes it's that time of, okay, I need to actually process now. And I don't know whether you heard the beginning of the show where I was talking about how the energies at the moment are really bringing up a lot of the past. And I feel that's
Yes.
still there with you at the moment as well. It's almost as though I need permission a little bit to focus on my new baby. I want to focus on this, but I need to give myself permission, firstly, to have some time out.
Yep.
To receive. And
I've got 2 holidays booked.
That's really good. Where are you going? Somewhere very warm. I know you're in Perth and that's warm.
I'm going to Bali, and then I'm going to Queensland to go see my daughter, and then I'm going on a cruise.
Oh, beautiful. You could even come to my retreat at the end of March at Byron Bay. That's on at the 24th to the 29th of March.
No, I'm not over until August.
Oh, okay. Well, check it out anyway. There's a beautiful retreat coming up, women's retreat in Byron Bay. But look, I feel that this break that you're having is going to be really good, because I do feel you need to sort, some of the things out for you that have come up with what's happened. Do you have... Is there a man in spirit, though, around you? Have you lost a partner or dad?
No, I've been divorced. No, my father's still alive.
Okay. All right, because I just know that there's energy still of I have to separate myself and give myself permission to be doing what I'm doing. So at some level, when you've gone through the course, I know that it will have brought up a lot for you. And this is a time now of you really stepping into your power, though. It's when you come back and you'll look at the replay. So I've got these beautiful Osho cards as well, and I've got this power. It's the Source card, and it's all about change. It's all about having more fun with things, and really, putting up where you want to be. But every time I look at you, I see you sort of in the hospital system or the medical system somehow doing your work, and it feels like doing a lot of with people with rehabilitation as well. Is that something you've wanted to focus on at all?
I hadn't really decided what area I wanted to go into, but I was looking at the elderly palliative care side, maybe.
Okay.
But rehabilitation would be all right too.
Yeah, well, see, that would be good, the palliative care, because, again, as I say, I see it in more of a system rather than being like I work from home, and I have clients. I see you more in the system sort of thing. And the palliative care, I believe, again, would make sense with that sense. I was sensing spirit around you in lots of ways. So I feel that this would be a really good thing for you, because you have a great way of connecting people as well. I feel that you are very much someone that can tune into people's hearts. So through your work, it would be about helping not just the people that you're helping, but the families as well, just by being there, just by doing what you're doing. So that feels to me that it's there. But important. I feel, a couple of months and you've to take time off, really sit back and let go of a lot of things.
Yes.
So, and again, there's
just come up with this 2-year divorce mark, separation mark.
Yeah. And, in my mind, and I always see things very symbolically in my mind, and it's as though I'm still yet to fully separate myself from the energy of feeling that I'm doing something wrong because I'm focusing on what I want now. And I also have to let go of the feeling that I can't quite do it as well. And I feel like when you did your course that you were brilliant at it. I see like it's top marks, everything feels good. But you're just in that transition stage. Now, you're in a number 6 year, as I said. So 6 years are about reinventing yourself. Yeah. And I feel as though... Sorry, I just get images when I'm talking. So my sense is that... the thing I'm seeing is I'm actually going to heal a lot of the male energy in my life, because suddenly I was seeing that you were bringing a man next to you, but you were helping them. So I feel that with your work, you're going to heal a lot of your past, because I feel that male energy in your life hasn't always been as helpful as it could be. And I know that makes sense to you. Yeah?
Oh, that's making lots of sense.
Yeah. And in a way, what I'm seeing is you're seeing It's like, because I was seeing as though I had an elderly gentleman come and sit next to me, and I was nourishing them. So partly the work you're going to be doing is bringing a lot of healing, a lot of beautiful energy to people who are ready for it. Because we all know in the journey of life, we have to be ready for that change. We have to be ready for healing. You know, when I look at your numbers as well, you're at 268. So your life is all about balance. And I know right now it's as though I need space. I need to be able to just stand up on my own 2 feet. Now, have you had problems with legs or knees?
Yeah, knees. I took a fall.
Yeah, I was just, as I said it, I felt my knees really blow up. And also when I was talking about the rest, I feel like I need to soak my feet. I feel like I need to have my feet up. I feel like I need to really let go, let go, let go. And just give yourself permission to do what I was talking about earlier. Watch some movies, read some books, have some fun, do some stuff for your heart so that you feel filled up again, because you've worked very hard with your study. Yeah?
Yes. Yeah. And I did get an A on my finals, so thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know, I know that you've done very well. I'm seeing, you know, this is, in a way, this is what you've come to do. And partly it is that sense of I'll be ministering to people. I'll be ministering, you know, so there's a lot of healing vibration that's carried with words because there's an intention behind them. And I know that you know that. So my feeling is you're going to do a lot of good. And again, everything I see says I'm in some kind of a hospital situation, some kind of a proper medical situation, and I feel it really working with men. It may not be what you have wanted to do, but I feel that Spirit's going to guide you very much into that male energy so that you can bring healing for them and for you. So it feels really beautiful, I have to say. Feels very beautiful. Just with your numbers as well, you're here very much with an 8, which is all about personal power. And you must be doing the final separation. I know you said 2 years separation, but financially or whatever, I feel like if you've been waiting for things to come to fruition, now is the time. It's like I'm finally making that final separation energetically and physically.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you understand that? Don't know about that. Well, you know, it's that sense of I'm now. It's almost as though I'm saying, well, I can look after myself now. Whatever, if there was anything undone with the divorce, it's done now. It's like it's in this process now in the next couple of months of being finalised, so that you have that real inner freedom.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a lot stronger now than I was.
Yeah. Okay, so I will leave that with you. Is there anything else there, Leanne, I could help you with?
Anything romantic?
Anything romantic? Well, interesting when I look at that with you as well. I just feel now you're ready to step out. And it's, and I know you're not fully ready, to be honest. It's a bit like I have to get myself ready to do that. Because, you know, until you're ready in your energy to do it, and this I feel is, I'm sort of thinking about it now, and I'm sort of saying, well, if I did do all that, what would I wear? I don't know if you want to friend me on Facebook or send me a Facebook message, but I've just created an online course called Materialize Love, which is to help people, mostly my avatar or my ladies that are doing it are people around our age that are ready now for relationship. And it's because it's very difficult. You have to still unpack the past, but know what to do. So, but I'm seeing you, it's like I'm ironing my dress and I'm saying, okay, well, what would I actually wear? And what would I do if I was going on another date? So you've started the process,
have a friend.
which is, well, that's good. But there's still a part of you then, okay, if I look at that relationship, I've only got a couple of minutes, 3 minutes, but I'm just going to go to it. If I look at the energy with that relationship, okay, so my feeling is that you're at that point now where you're learning to trust a bit more, okay, because there is still that feeling of, can I fully trust? So this is, it's really about, can I let go? Can I trust? So yes, do it. Yes, get out there more with that person, and I feel it's the have fun kind of thing. Like get that energy rolling with it. And it feels good.
Good.
So let me just see one more thing. Okay. Yeah, so the main thing for you, though, Leanne, is stay in your power. Sorry, I just drew this other card, which is just to know that, and this is where I feel that things in the past haven't always worked for you because you haven't been able to be fully in your power as a woman. And so this is, don't be afraid of that. Don't be afraid of your sensuality, your passion, your sexuality. Go for it. Be the real you and don't take anything less. You know, make sure that you just stay in doing what you want to do so that you don't let this relationship impact on your desire for your job, your desire to travel, all those sorts of things. So I have to leave it with you there because we've got 1 minute left. But great to connect with you. That's okay. My pleasure. Lots of love and enjoy, and have lots of fun on the cruise too. That feels really good. Okay. So yeah, what an interesting week we've had. So I know just as I wind up now for this week, just to reiterate some of the things that I was talking about, is that we just have to step into our own personal power. Life is about living it. It's about loving it. It's about letting go of those that have gone, that, you know, either we've had relationships with or that are maybe in the spirit world, that we've all chosen each other to journey with. And our job, your job, my job, is to learn how to be happier. And you do that through accepting responsibility and doing what your passion is. So next week, let's talk. Oh, I won't be here next week. We're going to do a replay because I'm going to be flying to San Diego to do my passion, which is mixing with other like-minded people.